Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yet another season 3, episode 7. For all you people to listen to this discussion of this hackathon. My request to the office is just don't make me focused one. Keep it normal. That will be great. Thank you very much. So, when you look at your face, you get confused whether you are making presentation or what. So, so and it is always easy to take examination rather than to write exam. So first of all, let me compliment all the people who are participating today. Close to around 8 people who are today are the panelists for sharing their fantastic knowledge. First of all, compliments to you on having that confidence that you can actually share certain thing which will inspire many to do many things in time to come. With this, let me welcome the chairman of AI committee, Umesh Sharma,
Yes,
who's
sir.
been a man driving the force this time in totality and keeping me a little free for digital accounting and assurance board. So, Umesh sir,
Yes,
the kind
sir.
of meetings you have done over the period of time, in the recent time with all the new service providers has been marvelous. There is something which is going to come very shortly, new and different, a fresh, refreshed ones for all you people. But the most important point is when we are talking about a learning experience in AI, I think we have already crossed more than 18,000 people, 425
True.
plus batches across the board. And going to this level of hackathon, I think none of the committees in the institute or any institute in the world for anything has not gone. Even today, to have 8 panelists or every season to have 7 to 8 panelists, 9 panelists itself is a message which we are giving to the Society of Chartered Accountants that look, there is every day to learn and new things to learn, particularly in AI. The course itself is modifying on a continuous basis. There is an effort which has been put by the chairman to work on the level 2 of AI, and we are also working on certain revamping of process where multiple tools can be used at different time. Friends, this people who have given sessions in hackathon are those people who dare to come forward not only for sharing, it is basically creating their own confidence in time to come. They have always given a positive thought that look, if I am going to show it to you, I want you to share certain good knowledge with me also. And I think each one of them have got inspired over a period of time to come participate, share. People have not bothered if they have failed, but there are many examples in our AI hackathon where people have come back to show that they didn't fail, they just were trying it, but now they made it. So, my request to you all people is ensure that you all people get this motivation. There is nothing wrong. This is only a screen of all the family members which is sharing so much of knowledge. So let's come, let's work together. My best wishes to all the people who have come today to participate and inspire many people in time to come. Now let me request the chairman of AI, Umesh Sharma ji, to come and share his thoughts, and then we can proceed further with other things. Over to
Thank
you,
you.
chairman.
Thank you, Daya sir. Daya sir is our founder chairman of AI in ICAI committee. He is always there to guide us, help us, and take forward the technological evaluation in ICAI. And you know that in ICAI there was a digital transformation board. He was there. Then it's a in ICAI there was a digital transformation board. He was there. Then it's a DAP, sir is there. Then now it's a AI, sir is there. So our technological evaluation in ICI goes along with Daya sir, and we are fortunate that we are also part of the journey that is AI in ICI. It's a second year. We are working hard to bring new things to all of our AI enthusiastic, and This hackathon is also one of that type of program where we bring new things, new technologies, new practical approach for the whatever knowledge of AI our participants are gaining from the certificate process across India. Near about 258 locations we have touched, 500 batch we are planning. Now level 2 certificate course is also going in progress. Soon it will be launched as told by Daya sir. And further, this hackathon season 3, episode 7, we will be witnessing a grand finale on 18th and 19th of July. So those members who are there online, they should get registered for this grand finale. And the registrations are open. They are on the website of AI in ICAI. And if possible, I will request our tech team to play the video of AI Innovation Summit. If possible, Vishnu, you can play the video.
Yes.
And so thank you, Vishnu, for playing this video. So I will request all participants to please join it as soon as possible because very few limited seats are available there. And further, dear all AI enthusiastic, one more initiative we have started in AI and ICI committee, that is the book writing competition. Last month, we completed our book, which is having a heading Ethics in AI. And we are very happy to note here that the final draft has been received. Near about 84 writers participated in that competition. And out of that, 17 got elected and the chapters are ready. So for this month, 11th May is the last date to submit for another book, that is Privacy and AI. So please write the book, be part of that, write your 300 words for that topic and be part of the book writing competition. And friends, why we have taken this? Those who are having certificate course knowledge, they are using the knowledge in their day-to-day practice and in job. Further, those who are having more inclination towards AI and having some beautiful innovative tools, they are coming into hackathons like you all panelists. But there are many who want to participate, but they don't have presentation skills. So they have writing skills. So we are promoting that skill set also in AI and ICI. By that way, people are getting connected. So already 37 writers have come forward for writing privacy in AI, and it's a very meritorious process. We have our reviewers who help them, and then we have a mentor who get the finalize of books. So all these activities will be carried on each month. So next in June, we will having another book writing competition on the subject of AI related impact on Indian economy in different sectors. So likewise, we are also receiving good suggestion for the topics, for the hackathons, for the webinars. And friends, one more important aspect that Daya sir has touched, that is the way ICAI is taking AI in ICAI forward. The tech companies are also coming forward. We are in discussions with MOU for Adobe, then with Google, then already with TCS we have, Microsoft we have, and few more companies are in pipeline. So what is the undercurrent across the tech sector? That in education, ICAI is taking front lead and the companies want to be part of that process. So thanks to all the hackathonists, thanks to all participants, thanks to all who are joining certificate courses across India, and our speakers who are taking their hard time to train our all the members in ICAI. So please stay connected with the WhatsApp group which has been formed. Rank your panelists in this hackathon. Use these use cases in your day-to-day office. Get these 10-minute videos from AI in ICA website, because these videos will be available thereafter, and you can have a manual of that use case also. So friends, this is a meeting of theory with practical in these hackathons. So enjoy this. All the best to the panelists. Thank you, jury, for joining for this hackathon, and over to our tech team.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you can start, Karthikeyan.
Hello, good afternoon, Daya sir and Sharma sir. I take this honor to be the jury for this episode 7 of season 3. Uh, Good afternoon, fellow panelists. I am Karthikeya Shanai, Chartered Accountant into practice, and I am also a faculty and a resource person for the AI committee in ICAI for various of its initiatives, including the AICA Level 1. And today I sit here with the great responsibility, acknowledging each one of your efforts in discovering a unique idea, building a use case around it, and coming till here to present it and showcase it to our fraternity. So, irrespective of the results today, what we need to bear in mind is the hard work that you have put in coming up and showcasing your idea. That is going to help the profession at large, and that is going to significantly contribute to the future of the profession. So, with this introduction, let us not delay. Our first panelist, CA Harshali Salvi, we can begin with your presentation. And CA Harshali Salvi has come here with bank statement analysis tool. I believe as a practicing chartered accountant, a bank statement analysis is something that is very much required, especially in the upcoming months of filing non-tax audit ITRs. If a chartered accountant is involved in income tax compliance work. And today we see a lot of digital transactions happening even at a very small micro enterprise level. So everyone's bank statements are running into pages together and numerous transactions. So if AI can be integrated to analyze the bank statement, then it can be of very good use for chartered accountants. Let's hear more about this from CA Harshali. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir, and good afternoon to all the all the members presented here, the committee, AI committee, and the chairperson there, and everyone who are presented here and listening to me. This is a great opportunity I got from the AI committee to present my case here, and I am very thankful to give me this opportunity. And before starting my introduction and presentation, I would also like to special thanks to our armed force. Because of those, we are safe at our home, at our office, and attending this meeting. I am C. Harshali Salvi, a practicing chartered accountant from Indore, holding certificate of GST and concurrent audit. Apart from through the traditional practice I have involved, I have a passion about the AI and technology. And this is a time when I create some tool, some Excel tools and some applications. The applications contains document management and some tools which are customized, which fulfills the requirement of my clients. I take immense pride to being a part of ICAI. It's a legacy of excellence and thought leadership, innovation. As Kartikeya sir rightly said, this is a high time of the ITR, and this tool will effectively help to analyze the bank statement. This is the time when the questions come to analyze the bank statement where the client do not maintain his books of accounts. If he maintains books of accounts, we already have the filter transaction of the bank statement. But when there is no maintenance of books of account, in mostly in the case of ITRs, we need to analyze their bank statement. And due to digitalization of all the transaction, means we are using more digital transaction as of now. Earlier we use. So if you ask the client a bank statement, it will give thousands of entries, a pile of bank statements to you. And it is a time-taking task to analyze and categorize this transaction. So the problem comes to analyze and categorize the transaction which is high in volume. If we filter those transactions manually with the help of Excel, even those filter will take a time. And there also a possibility to get mistakes. And another thing come to analyze the transaction when we go through with the Excel. This is here, I want to show the example of a bank statement. Here the bank statement looks like this. And a description part of the bank statement looks like this, where we need to filter all the key accounts to categorize the transaction, right? To clean this data, I have created a tool. So what the tool I integrated with the VBA, I use to create a VBA code. I take the help of ChatGPT and automate the transaction, which can filterize the key accounts and give me a categorization of the transaction. After processing the statement in my tool, the bank statement look like this. The description part of the bank statement will be cleaned like this. The main key contents which needs to be categorized for the transaction. And this final remark is a category of the transaction, which is related like this is a transaction of income, it is a expenses, or it is an unsecured loan, etc. And let me take you through the tool. Just allow me to share the screen. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible, sir? Kartikeya, sir?
Yes, you are. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this tool, in this table, you just need to copy paste the bank statement, and to clean this description, this narration part, you just need to click a button and it will clean all the narration. The key accounts keywords will be filtered in this column. After filtering this column, it will automatically categorize the column as I have given the code. In this situation, there is one thing I want to mention you here, that I have given a code that all the UPI credit transaction should be considered as an income. That's why it is considering as an income. But if you see here, the transaction of the JBus, it is considering as its account, even though the transaction is a UPI credit transaction, because the name is also comes in the UPI transaction when it is a debit transaction. So when it is a debit and credit, both the transaction accounts come, it will not categorize as an income. It will categorize only the income transaction. Likewise, if we want to edit, we can customize the tool as we want. Now, can we edit this final remark manually? So we can also to change the remark. This transaction is a JVash, but if this is an unsecured loan transaction, then how I will update this remark? So do I need to update every transaction? So no, I have create a list of unit transaction which will provide a list, and you just need to copy this remark. For the save the time, I have done this already. Let me show you. This is the update remark sheet. This is the old remarks, and the updation, the category you have provided is here in this column. Now again, we go to the basic sheet. We click on the update old remark. It will update the old remark. Now this transaction comes under the unsecured loan transaction. So this is now the summarized part. Now I need to summarize this also. So I create, with the help of this finalized sheet, I have created a table, a pivot table. With the refresh of data, it is giving a summarized bank statement. Now you can see this is the income, this is expenses, drawings, cash withdrawal, everything comes here. This is come from this base sheet. Let me again come to my presentation. Now I want to show you how the ChatGPT helped me to do this thing. I will also show you. So I have given a prompt. My new screen is sharing. Please confirm.
Yes, you are visible.
Yeah. So this is how I have given prompt to the ChatGPT. I have clearly prompt to filter the transaction. Then after some trial and error, I get the final code. After filtering this narration part, I need to give the remark also. So I have also prompt here to put the remarks, and I have got this code to put the remark. So here you can see, I also need to filter this data. This is the code for the unique remark.
Shali ji, last 2 minutes.
Yeah. So this is the remark how I got. So this is how AI helped me to create this tool, because we all know we are not developers, so we need some help. We are not perfect for creating a code, but with the help of AI, we are able to doing this very efficiently. So the benefit of tool is it will save your time. With the accuracy, you can analyze the data. It is intelligence. You can customize the code, and no other of external software you need to implement to use this tool. We can make it more advanced with the help of Power BI to create a dashboard. We can integrate this with the machine learning and make it more advanced. And I am currently working on to advance this software. So here, this is all about my tool. I will happy to answer if there is any question. And thank you for the
Okay.
patience listening.
Yeah. Thank you, Harshali ji. If I may know the background of the tool, now you have shown the prompt to us.
Yeah.
It is written using any specific language, if you can just share.
No, this is a simple language. I have write this that I
No,
want.
I mean to say, I mean to ask, have you used VBA or Python
Yeah, I
just so
have
that
used
the
VBA.
participants
Yeah,
can come to know?
those code we need to copy and paste in a VBA.
Okay, so this Excel sheet that you have developed is a VBA based
VBA.
macro driven
Yeah.
Excel sheet.
Yes.
Okay, great. And as you have rightly said, once the data is pulled in Excel, then we can integrate Power BI for better
Yeah.
visualization, and we can take it the way we want. So congratulations, Harshali, for a wonderful presentation. And I would like to sum the presentation to our viewers at large, that we chartered accountants have got this inherent ability. Let me take the case of writing an appeal. So we know the facts, grounds, relief. So we know what should be the content. Similarly, the prompt that you have shown, if you can just share your screen once again to the viewers at large, because that is the key to achieve anything. So if you can just share the prompt screen, I would like to highlight one particular aspect from your prompt. The first prompt. Yes.
I have
So
provided
as
the
the
goal.
yes,
Yes.
yes. So as the viewers can see, the problem statement is explained clearly. The goal is mentioned, and that's how you talk to a generative AI agent and get your things going. Thank you so much, Harshali. Now we shall move into the second participant of the day,
Thank you so much.
CA Abdul Arbi, sir. And sir is with a use case called technical execution and AI implementation. So over to you, sir.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm happy to be a part of this hackathon. And I can see many people whom I've already met in FDP Season 2 in Hyderabad at Center of Excellence it was held. So I'm happy to see familiar faces and competing against them. Although it's not a competition, fine. So the tool that I've developed it is solely based on one premise. Let me share you the PPT of it. The basic idea behind this, or the basic premise of developing these kind of tools was, before if many of the businesses struggle at single point, which is the basic of reconciling their ITC as per books along with the corresponding ITC as per GSTR 2A. So when the transactions or data is large, either they skip it or go through manual reconciliation and all those things. So the challenge here is, when you go for manual reconciliation,
Excuse
even
me.
after using sorry.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, you can continue.
Sir, is my screen visible? Is my screen visible?
Right now, your presentation screen is not visible, sir.
Okay. I want to give, so the presentation screen, if it is visible, that would be good. Yeah. Is it visible now?
No,
Or is
sir,
it visible
not
now?
yet. Okay, now, yes, it started streaming
Yeah.
now. Yes, your presentation is visible now. Please
Yeah.
continue, sir.
So what I was saying is, earlier, many of the MSMEs, they struggle to with respect to GST reconciliation, wherein either some of them skip it, and recently what we have noticed is, they are blindly taking the ITC as per GSTR 2B and not actually considering the actual ITC that they are eligible to take. Earlier, before this tool was developed, we used to do this reconciliation with the help of pivot tables and using macros along with certain advanced formulas. However, even then, the reconciliation used to take anywhere between 45 to 45 minutes to 120 minutes, because the basic issue with all these was, we primarily deal with MSME clients, wherein either they do not have proper accounting system in place, even if they have, in many of the cases, they either skip the data into, I mean, they skip the field of original invoice number and original invoice date, or sometimes it might be wrong. So we cannot rely on that. Although there are many tools available in the market which clearly do this reconciliation, but they are dependent on original invoice number and original invoice date. But here I've created a tool which actually bypasses it and does about 95 to 98% of the, with accuracy of 95 to 98%. So before discussing all this, let me demonstrate the tool that I've developed. The tool is like this here. So let us say this one. Sir, is my screen visible? Sir, can anyone confirm if my
Yes,
screen is visible?
yes, 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 you are.
So basically, this is the data that I've copied from the assuming that the client is maintaining his books of accounts in Tally. So I've extracted the data from his Tally. This is the entire data. As you can see, there are around 1,827 entries or 1,800 odd entries. And this is the data that has been extracted from GSTR to A. As it has been extracted. As you can see, again there are around 1,870 entries. So to do this reconciliation using pivot table and all that, it used to take not less than 45 minutes if the data entry is accurate. It might even take 2 hours. So I have developed a tool here. I've developed a VBA macro wherein just with a single click of a button, all this happens in a span of just seconds. Or you can say at max, depending upon the complexity of data, minutes. So here I have just, if I just press the reconcile button over here, once I press the reconcile button, it starts reconciling and each invoice level matching happens, and thereby in a span of just few minutes or seconds, depending upon the complexity of the data, I get the results. And mark my words, the tool which I have developed does not rely on document number and document date for the sole reason that accountants are either not entering the document dates, or even if they are entering the document dates, it is just the date on which they have received the goods, not the original invoice number, due to which many complex problems arose and we were unable to do reconciliation in a proper manner. So I've devised this tool. And even this tool can be done using Python, but for the sake of simplicity, because as soon as we see an Excel sheet before us, any CA feels a bit relaxed. Okay, this is nothing complex. There is nothing doing. This is simple sheet, and we are very much here. As I've said, within a span of 2 minutes, the reconciliation is complete. As you can see, so the blank, I mean the non-colored ones are the ones which are not matching, and the blue colored ones are the ones where there is a mismatch in taxable value to the extent of around 100 rupees. As you can see here, the GSTR 2A data is there. Yeah. For example, let us see DBA Technologies. DBA Tech is the taxable value is 2372, whereas here the taxable value is 3305. So if there is any discrepancy in value in the taxable value up to rupees 1,000 or 1, we can adjust the tolerance limit. Then I've colored it in blue. The rest all appears in green. As you can see, as soon as I do, the total of greens, that is exact matches, comes to around 6 crores 4,87,718 rupees. The same over here, it is 604,87,729. It is hardly some 10 rupees difference, because I've considered that there might be an issue wherein there will be a rounding difference up to rupees 5. And the best part is, once I've done this, we can clearly share this Excel sheet with our clients, who upon receiving this, they can know where they've gone wrong and what is the issue with respect to their reconciliations. So coming to my presentation over here. So as you can see, approx 1,800 entries I'm able to reconcile in a span of just 2 minutes. So the part is, you need not worry about whether the client has properly given the details of original invoice number and original invoice date. And the biggest issue that we were facing is, if you are considering solely auto-populated GSTR 2B data, then boss, you are easily going to face some trouble down the line, because now we have already getting notices, many kind of notices, wherein the GST department is asking us to reconcile. When you are solely depending on GSTR 2B data, what happens to the fact any goods received at the end of the month, any purchases made at the end of the month, but the goods are received in a subsequent month. 16 subsection 2 clause ABCD clearly say that you must possess a valid invoice in hand, you must receive the goods. Here, when you are considering your GSTR 2B data solely, then what happens is, you are ignoring or bypassing 16 subsection 2 regulation, thereby you might invite many notices. So using this tool, you can easily reconcile your data. Now, the basic question or the important question, how did I develop this tool? It is very simple. Here I've given the prompt. I'm already using many AI software. Since ChatGPT is, I'm using it for my CA GPT, and I make sure that I'm not spending much on these softwares, and all the versions are free. That is my this. So I've used for developing various tools. I've developed some 4 or 5 tools which we are rigorously using in our office. This being one among them. So this is the code. I mean, this is the prompt that I've given to it. Here you can see this is the prompt that I've given to it. Entirely prompt. This is clearly just plain and simple English. So after that, I've given it, okay, this is the logic which I want you to follow. Depending upon that, it has generated me some sort of code here with simple English and the logic that I want. I give the code. Sorry.
Abdulji, last 2 minutes.
Yeah. So I've got the code. So I made sure that this code is integrated into my Excel tools. Once I copied it and created a macro over here. Once I created a macro and the macro has been into this button. Now, this is not just an isolated tool for the purpose of GST reconciliation. As you can see, as I told you that people were solely relying on auto-populated GSTR 2B data. Happens is, I'll show a simple example. I've also integrated other tools into this, but since the time is not sufficient, I'll have to demonstrate only single use case. Here, year-end invoices. For example, as soon as I press that, I get details of all the year-end invoices, which are received end of the month, as you can see. So there is a higher probability that these invoices, although have been received at the end of the month, the goods are not received, and we need to verify details of in respect of these invoices. Along with that, I've also made sure to integrate TDS reconciliation under 194Q. So basically, this is not an isolated tool wherein it helps just in reconciling GSTR 2A data books. It is a comprehensive software. Moreover, I've added modules to this using Python. Once we are integrating with Python, what happens is we can easily, as I just showed it to you, there is another macro TDS under 194Q. So we can make sure that there is TDS compliance. Even this tool could be used for reporting under clause 44 of our form 3CB and 3CD. And yeah, another important thing, vendor payment optimization. How we can do this is using Python. We can do that because here, as soon as the code gets complex, the VBA codes get stuck. So we can make sure that who are the people who are regularly filing their GSTR returns belatedly, and make sure that we optimize our payments in such a way that we do not suffer much in terms of non-availment of ITC. So this is my tool basically. And as you can see, this is not just an isolated tool, and this is moreover, this tool we are using it regularly in our office for our GST day-to-day reconciliations. And this, since this is basically an Excel sheet, if we are sharing this with our clients, they can easily make sure that they are doing reconciliations properly. And since this hardly takes 2 minutes, we can make sure that they are doing the GST 2B reconciliations every month, because it doesn't take much time. Earlier, okay, I agree, it used to take so much of time. Now, with the help of this, we can transform our audit reconciliation, GST reconciliation. So with these few words, I conclude. Thank you.
Thank you, Abdulji. And congratulations for having presented the wonderful use case on GST reconciliation, which can be very handy, as you said. And with all the integrations, if it is possible to be added, of course, with the Python integration, it can be a good tool that can come handy for a practicing chartered accountant, not only for GST reconciliation, but also for filling the clauses under 3CD report.
Sir, this is not just a
Yes,
this
sir.
is not just a isolated tool. I've made sure that there are various other integrations that are
Integrations
part of
possible.
it.
Yes,
No,
as I
it's not
mentioned
possible.
before, once the
Yes, we have already
sir.
developed it and we are using it. It is not just an isolated tool. Because of lack
Great.
of time, I couldn't.
I understand. Great. So now, just I have a couple of questions here.
Sure,
With
sir.
regard to the reconciliation, now, as you are aware, the books of accounts might contain some redundancy in terms of the accounting of vendor names. So, can the tolerance limit be set here, like how we set in fuzzy lookup in Excel?
Yes, yes. So as you can see, let me show you the prompt that I've used here.
Okay.
Initially, sir, if my screen is visible.
Yeah, you're visible. Go on.
Yeah, see here, initially I've made sure that first the tolerance limit is up to rupees 5. If the tolerance limit in the taxable value is up to rupees 5, then it
Okay.
is considered as exact matches. However, as you can
Okay.
see, if it is up to rupees 1,000, sir, since most of the clients that I deal with are hardly 10 crore or 5 crore rupee or clients, so I've made
Okay.
sure that it is up to 1,000. This tolerance limit can
Okay.
be extended, or we can make
Okay.
sure that by making simple adjustment to the code, we are able to
Okay.
extract the results that we need.
Got it. Got it. Now, just to add on to the same question, now this is a monetary tolerance limit that you are referring to. Now, what if, for example, if there is a naming mismatch, if there is a redundancy in naming of a vendor, particularly when the bookkeepers,
Yes.
when they are maintaining the accounts, for example, if there is a company with the name ABC India Private Limited, that might have been accounted as ABC PVT Ltd. So now, in that case, is there any tolerance limit set, sir, in this?
Sir, I'm reconciling using GST number, sir, and not using GST
Okay.
name.
Okay.
So in
Okay. Got it.
And in the accounting tools, there is an inbuilt system wherein if you don't input proper GST number, it shows that there is some issue with regard to your GST number.
So you have done the data validation for the input column of GST number as well.
Yes, input column of GST number.
Done. And two-way reconciliation is possible. Like what you showed is, I believe, a reconciliation from the books to 2A. And can it be done on the reverse side as well?
It is both sides, sir.
To
It is not
both
just one
sides.
side. It is both sides. It is both. You
Okay.
can see.
So
You can.
with one action button, you are you are executing reconciliation on two-way.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Done. That's great. And for the viewers at large, I would like to highlight one point here. Abdulji has used a model called Quen. So most of us think when we talk of AI or generative AI, most of us think we are talking only about ChatGPT being the market trend. But Sir has shown here there are parallel models that exist in the market which are of that capability or maybe even more. And most importantly, what Sir wanted to highlight here is Quen 2.5 Max. That's the model. Quen is the tool, and I believe this is a free version as well. So
Yes.
if at all public viewers at large, if you have a concern that with ChatGPT there are possibilities are immense, but a cost factor is involved, maybe you can try the alternative models that are available in the market. So thank you very much, Abdulji,
Sir, if you let me
for
add one
your
last slide.
presentation. Yeah, please.
Sir, the thing is, we need to make sure that all the tools available, AI tools are being used. I've made sure that a single AI tool is used for a specific purpose. For example, CAG I'm using for my educational purposes in my office. Similarly, Cloud I'm using it for drafting agreements. Along with that, other appeal related issues. Similarly, when I'm
Okay.
using for developing and other OCR recognition, I'm using Kimi. So there are many tools available. Depending upon our
Depending
suitability,
on the
we can
purpose
switch
and solution required. Yes,
so that the number of
that's
tokens do not get exhausted. That is the basic
very
idea.
true. Very true. That's the purpose. Thank you so much, sir. Now,
Okay, sir.
since we have participant number 3, Ms. Bhavana ji, not being able to join us now, we shall move on to participant number 4, CA Shalabh Hajela. Sir is here with a topic called use case called financial modeling with generative AI. So, lot of discussion we also had in the previous two presentations about generative AI and its capabilities. Let's move on to see what is in store for us. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, Karthikeya sir. First and foremost, I would like to express my gratitude to the Indian Armed Forces for being on the border, serving us so well, so that we can continue with our daily lives. And now I shall be starting on my use case, which is financial modeling using generative AI. Now, financial modeling for most of us is a very vast term. It includes dashboarding, it includes certain assessments, it includes making a forecast financial statements, it includes making cash flows. So what is the problem statement that I'm trying to kind of solve in next 10 minutes? Now, traditional financial modeling, which we all would have done in some point in time, either while pursuing CA final or in our articleship or in our day-to-day jobs, is it's time consuming, manual, and it requires very advanced knowledge, understanding of Excel coding, so on and so forth. Now with Chat GPT coming, which is basically a generative AI processing, how can we use no code, low effort financial modeling where just by the power of our prompts, we can not only capture the historical data, but also look at the various factors which were way too tough to get included in a normal assessment. But with the power of Chat GPT, with the power of generative AI, we are able to do work which was being done in hours or rather days in just few minutes, which I'll be showing you how. So before starting with my use case of showing you the prompts that I have used, I'll just give a quick one-liners on the key terms. First being generative AI. Now, what logic does generative AI works on? These are computer algorithms that mimic human intelligence by using past data. So a basic one-liner on generative AI. Now, since I'm talking about financial modeling, so financial modeling is about telling stories with numbers. How can I put numbers into a form and shape that it tells us stories? It helps us in decision making, and it's not just analyzing the existing data, but with generative AI, we can create new insights and projections using mammoth knowledge, mammoth data that we have. And I'm just going to show you in the next minute how do we do that. Now, one of the key aspects of using generative AI is prompt engineering, which means to get a good answer, learn to ask a good question. The more precise, the more detailed our prompt is, the easier it will become for us to get the desired results out of generative AI. Now, before starting with my use case, I would just like to show you a very common site to all the participants, I believe, all the people attending the session. This is a plain vanilla financial statements, as I can call it. Has a balance sheet, it has a profit and loss for past 3 years, it has a cash flow statement, and it has a segment sheet. Of course, we add notes to accounts to this, but largely the structure of our financial statements, whenever we share it with our clients for that matter, or if we are in industry with our boss, is more or less this. But what if I tell you in next 7 to 8 minutes, we can convert this data into a financial model, which is like this, where dynamic dashboards are being created for future forecast, where I'm assessing, is my marketing strategy aggressive, when it's going to be moderate, when it's going to be no marketing at all, how it impacts my revenue, my profitability, so on and so forth. Now, how I was able to do this? Simply through the power of ChatGPT. So I've run these prompts and I'll be walking you through each and every prompt. Wherever you feel like that this particular prompt is relevant for you, I would request you to keep, all the participants who are interested, to keep a note of the prompts, to keep a Word file open. You can screenshot the prompt and paste it. Now, the first thing is that whenever we start with financial modeling, we have to clean the data, we have to validate the data. So I just clicked here, uploaded the basic Excel version of financial statement, which was not even as per Ind AS. And I asked ChatGPT, I commanded it, to be precise, that you are a financial analyst, clean, validate, and structure this 3-year financial statements as per India's format, and identify any data gaps or any inconsistencies. So the first process of financial modeling is to ensure that my data is validated, is checked. And it started cleaning the balance sheet, cleaning the profit and loss, cleaning the cash flow statements. These were the validity checks done, whether total assets are equal to liabilities and equity or not, whether the net profit from P&L is matching cash flow or not, if there is any missing or inconsistent data. And then there was a follow-up question that should I proceed with validation and gap analysis? I just said yes, go ahead. And then there was another follow-up question. So I asked GPT to do all the checks which it's doing on its own to validate my data. And eventually I got the answer that the validation results shown are largely correct. There are no major inconsistencies found in my data. So the first step for financial modeling is cleaning of data, which is done by just one master prompts and then communicating with ChatGPT. Now comes the major part. So when we talk about financial modeling, it's about predicting future, right? It's about forecasting things. Now, to be honest, when we have to, and let's just say none of us is a master, expert in financial modeling. Let's just say we are chartered accountants with good knowledge of financial modeling, but not the different models used and different types of financial modeling in that. How do we use that? Now, I ask you all, I give you next 30 seconds to chat in the question box or in the chat box, what all considerations will you have in your mind, or will you try to include in making a simple projection of profit and loss and cash flow statement? We generally use 8%, 10% as a standard inflation rate. as we can call. So feel free to use the chat box. I believe my chat GPT is visible, right? There's no change in the screen. Yeah, it is. So what I did was that I created this master prompt for financial modeling, which states you are an expert in financial modeling, develop an extensive financial model for the financials attached, keeping the format similar to the financial statement, use historical data, macro trends, generate 5-year revenue for each segment. So there are different segments for that balance sheet, as I showed you. The company is into apparels, footwear, and accessories. Incorporate inflation rates and income elasticity of my consumer. Not just this, I even ask for the cash flow forecasting to include macro variables and internal investing activities, financing activities, assumptions. And the very soul of any financial model. All right. So the very soul of any financial model is the assumptions used, the data that we use to make certain assumptions. Now with Chat GPT, this becomes the game. With generative AI, this becomes the game that I can use a lot of data on a single click with this very prompt that based on a web data, provide latest figures for India's inflation, per capita disposable income, retail consumption index, government policy announcements, which affect my client. Now, this particular prompt can be used as the master prompt and it can be updated based on the industries our client working, right? Not just this, I also asked in the assumption to use key financial ratios and 5-year trends, past 5-year trends of major Indian
last 2 minutes.
retailers using NEC listed companies and reference. And there how this is the level of research that ChatGPT showed me. It showed me macroeconomics indicators, per capita disposable income, retail growth consumption. These all are getting included in my assessment. Industry benchmarks, revenue versus cost projections, cash flow forecast, deliverables. So these were the final deliverables that ChatGPT offered me. It was a financial model, a dashboard, and a documentation in PDF form. Now, I would like to state my users that based on my experience of working with ChatGPT, it's not great to convert into an Excel dashboard. It's good if we run the macros, it kind of takes it there in the Excel as it is. But for uh, good dashboarding, we are having more and advanced, much more advanced tools in the form of Microsoft Copilot, which helps us integrate with the Excel and helps us do the dashboarding. Now, just by these commands that are following, since I'm short of time, I was able to generate this particular dashboard. Now, this dashboard is not generated by ChatGPT. This I have done using my basic Excel skills, where I am seeing what if my marketing approach is aggressive, what if it's moderate, what if there is no marketing. But what ChatGPT gave me was this file of projections. This is a ChatGPT generated file which I have converted into millions, where apparel, footwear, accessories for every year was assessed for different scenarios of what if it's an aggressive marketing, moderate marketing, and no marketing. And all those parameters from inflation to different marketing analysis were considered. And I was able to make this dashboard in less than 15 minutes, I would say, by using no coding. So with as my time gets over, I'm up for the questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CA Shalabji. As we have mentioned it in the past round, that once the data is in Excel, then the magic can happen. And thank you for showing viewers that only with the art and skill of prompting, how we can extract useful information from any generative AI tool. And the same can be then pulled into Excel. And once the data is in Excel, probably we can use the dashboard facilities available in the Excel. And also we can add any integrations if possible to enhance the data. So this can be very useful for those chartered accountants who are into providing management consultancy service and those who are also into industry, because most panelists usually come with use cases meant for practicing members. This can be a use case more on the industry front.
So since I
Thank you
myself
very
am
much.
from industry, so I heard the needs of the industry people. But I feel
Very
that,
much.
but I feel the practicing chartered accountants with the current financials that we share with our clients can use this as a value-added service. This dashboarding,
Definitely,
which
definitely.
was initially a high
Yeah.
code issue, but now it can become a part of a standard template, giving it
Standard
as a set
template.
of deliverables.
Very much. So these days, CS practice have evolved into management consultancy as well, which, in which area this can be a very handy tool. Thank you so much. So now we shall move on to participant number 5, CA Ankush Jain. Ankush Jain has come here with the use case called privacy first, using of local LLMs. And these days, when we are using generative AI, as I was taking questions from the viewers at large, there were questions on whether using of these tools, how safe and how, what is the privacy concern. I would request Ankush Jain ji to address this issue in depth. So move on. Let's move on to Ankush Jain, sir. It's over to you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Your screen is
And my
also
screen
visible.
is thank you so much
Visible,
for
sir.
coming.
Yes.
So I would like to thank ICAI and all the people associated with this initiative and working hard for upgradation of our CA profession with AI. Today I am going to present my use case, that is privacy first AI, deploying local LLMs on Windows for secure, scalable and cost efficient data workflows. I am Ankush Jain, fellow chartered accountant, having experience of 6 years plus experience in cybersecurity and 10 years of experience in software development. This is my brief profile highlighting my 14 years of journey marked by continuous learning and growth. And currently I am active as a full stack developer and working building on some large AI applications. Before presenting my use case, I would like to present a small disclaimer that the use case is presented in the hackathon is not intended to promote or demotivate any technology. And the usage should be evaluated at organization specific requirements and should be used in safe environment and with proper guidance and research only. So first, let's understand the challenges and pain points of our finance sector. These days, with the advancement of usage of AI, we still have many doubts about the security of data, meeting regulatory requirements, and fear about paying high prices. Even at many government departments and financial institutions, usage of public AI has been restricted. So here is the solution. I have designed this architecture where there are 3 domains. First, deploying the local LLM on our local systems, then using private server to deploy our local LLM which has a enhanced high power and high compute power and storages. And the third one is for the large organizations where we want to use the public portals or public APIs and use public AI tools to get our data processing, but that do only after data reduction. So with this boundary structure, we will try to achieve the highest safety of our data. So let's check out how we can do it. So these are the tools of demonstration. Today I will be using Olama, LM Studio and N8N workflows and all models that I have pre-downloaded on my system locally, and these all things can be run without any internet. So we need not to worry about the data security, data storage or data leakage. So moving on the first tool, Olama. This application can be downloaded from this link that I have shared on my screen and can be can be downloaded and just like another application that has been used for a Windows. So let's have a quick demo of this. As you can see on the screen, I have pre-downloaded an income tax notice from the internet. This is a sample notice generated and we want to try to perform OCR on this. And to perform OCR, we will try to use our local LLM to get it done. So what we will do? We will just go on the command prompt. Here is my PowerShell that I have opened out, and I will press a single command. That is Olama run. I will be calling Olama application. I have used GreyNet 3.2 vision model. This model provides us vision capabilities and plus text generation capabilities. And after that, I have just provided a small prompt, extract all text, focusing on extraction of full content. And I have provided my image file path that I have provided. And see the result. It has started generating the text from the file. And if I compare it with the image here, you may see that accuracy, 100% accuracy it is achieving. So it can't be done without any internet and it is locally on our system. So whenever you have to provide OCR, so you need not to go any particular specific tools that are paid. So we can do it on offline in our applications. And see, it is extracting the data in a structured way. It is organizing the data in structured way. So if we can copy this in the text file, we will get the structured data. So this is the beauty of this application, that it runs on command line and it provides an API face as well. So in the third tool, I will be using the Olama again, but let's now jump to the next tool, that is LM Studio. This is another application that can be downloaded and uploaded on your Windows system, and it is a lightweight version. And in this application, we can also configure the chat models and we can perform the RAGs. So here is the application. It just provides a simple user interface where you can see that there are chat creation windows, just like ChatGPT we used to do, and we can try to chat it. And above there, I have pre-downloaded the models. We can see that these models are just lightweight, 2.99 GB, 709 KBs, 1.98 GBs. So these models can be used for different tasks according to our usage. Just like I have used Gamma 3-4 billion instruct query. It is a multimodal. It processes the inputs as images as text. So it can analyze the images as well and provide the text generation output as well. So for sample, I have created this. I have used this same image again over here and I uploaded it in and provided a small prompt over here. You are playing a role of a senior experienced chartered accountant and prepare a reply to your low income tax department that the client has received and try to defend it. And see the beauty of the answer it has provided. And it has done without any power of internet. It has done locally on your system. And we need not to have a fancy high configuration systems. Like I am having a 16 GB RAM system with i7. So with this, we can use our data where we need not to upload the data on the chat GPTs and other public portals, and we need not to worry about the data leakage. Third tool I will be presenting today is N8N. This tool I've been working about the last 2.5 years. I've deployed it in some government departments as well to reduce their workflow processes time, and time has reduced drastically.
Ankush ji, sorry
Yes,
to interrupt. You're not supposed to mention the specific tool as to where it is associated, and because that will violate the program format. So please
so
bear that in mind and please proceed, sir. Thank you.
sure. So in this tool, I have deployed it in my local system. It can be easily deployed, and all the deployment documents I will be sharing with you later on. And I will show you the workflow that I have prepared out. Here in this workflow, I have provided a sensor on my local folder. Let me show you the folder. Here is the folder. In this folder, I have downloaded the TCS report. As and when I download this file in this system, this workflow automatically initiates and processes all the tasks it has been designed. So what it is doing? It is analyzing that the new file is coming. It is processing it. It is extracting the data from that PDF file. If it is an Excel, it will extract the data from that as well. It is a CSV, it will be extracting that data as well. And it will be saving to my local DB. The local DB I have deployed it is using PostgreSQL. And here you can see the first the data has been saved in this format. Using the local AI, here I have used text embedding model to embed the text into converting that into a numeric system. And after that, we can use this model anywhere. We can connect it with any AI tool for chatting, for analytic purposes. So let's try out the chat model of this, the second workflow I have created.
Ankush,
And
last 2 minutes.
yes, sir. And here this is my second domain where I have deployed my private LLM on my private server. So I need not to worry about that. My data is going on public portal. So I have deployed ChatGPT for Omini on my private portal, and I will be using this power to produce a large analytics. So let me copy a prompt and check this. So the PDF that I have used for RAG model was the TCS annual report of the last year, and I am trying to find the negative remarks the auditor has provided in that report. So you may see that the AI is interacting with that and generating the data. The Azure AI has connected, that it has extracted the data from my model, and after that, Olama has embedded the text again, and it is going to provide us the answer. So everyone may see that the beauty of this application, that it has provided us the detailed analytics from that PDF file within a few of seconds and without going online. So it provides us the data security at large. The third workflow that I have created is for the data reduction. So there is a defense line where we can use our data after reduction. So again, in this workflow, I have provided a sensor on my folder. Using that same PDF file, I have extracted the text from that PDF file and converted it into an input JSON file. Let me show you that input JSON file. So this is my input JSON file, and if I show you the PDF file, I have provided some PAN number and TAN number on this in this PDF
Ankush,
file.
time up.
Okay, so with that, if I get 30 seconds, so my output is that I have to able to redact that data, and if I able to show you that the TAN number and PAN numbers has been redacted. With that, I rest my use case, and thanks a lot for providing me this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ankush ji. I have a question for you. Now you have shown this generative AI tools working, the LLMs working offline,
Yes, sir.
installed in the systems. And definitely, if the world at large today is all about generative AI tools, so if we call generative AI as the present, then the future will be governance of AI and, of course, cybersecurity and the associated topics. So this is purely aiming at guarding the privacy of data, especially when it is uploaded to be analyzed or for whatever purpose. So with
Yes.
publicly available documents, I don't think there will be an issue. But of course, as you mentioned, industries might want to go for an indigenously developed tool, so they might consider this as option. So chartered accountants who have technology practice can find this use case very handy for them in their practice. Thank you very much. Now, can you please throw some light on the training part? Because the LLMs, when they are offline downloaded, they will be new, and training will not be there. Apart from the pre-training and the essential training which the company will do until then, and probably thereafter the company which is intending to build it with a purpose, they might have to do the training. So can you please throw some light on these? Any one tool that you have shown as to how have you trained that particular tool?
So, sir, I have used those models that have already been pre-trained on particular specific tasks. Just like
Tasks.
I
Okay.
have used the vision model. It was trained
Okay.
to perform the OCR and generate the text on this. It was the power of
Great.
my prompt that I provided
Great.
to that LLM model, and it was able to get the answers from that. So there is
Understood.
no
Got it.
large training that we need to do. We just need to download these models. We require
Okay.
our specific requirements, and we can use it easily.
Okay, okay. That's great. Thank you so much. And now we shall move on to participant number 6, CA Riddhi Jain. She is here with a use case called automated AI tool. Uh, let's see what is in store for us. Over to you, Riddhi.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone, and good afternoon to the jury member, CA Karthik sir, our committee chairman, vice chairman, and all the master blasters of the committee who are doing so good. We are in the season 3. I'm presenting my use case. I'll share my screen first. A brief introduction about myself. I'm CA Riddhi Jain, and I'm a practicing chartered accountant. I'm a company secretary. Thereby, I am basically practicing in the world of blockchain. I've mentored like 15 companies. I've worked with 15 blockchain companies. So mostly something not that CAs are practicing. I would rather say I'm a fintech CA. And here goes what all things I've pursued. I'm FAFD. I am certified by Harvard on introduction of AI and Python. So today I'll be introducing you to something called CA Partners Pro, and this is created a free application that is created by me. So nation first, as we know, soldiers are already fighting. So yeah, that's how I designed it. Coming on to the challenges that we actually face in the current days. So as a practicing chartered accountant, we need to be handy about our offices. So you can carry your offices in your pocket if you use this particular tool. You can have accessibility. So major challenges, you're sitting somewhere else, you're giving a seminar and all of us are here and we need to maintain our offices also. So with an integration of a particular application, you can actually go through your office, you can see everything without a camera, but with a tool, you can increase your productivity. It can be error-free at the same time. We have so many tasks that are done continuously. So it can be monitored. We can create SOPs so that whatever we are doing continuously, the redundant time can be saved. At the same time, there are times when we pay penalties for the income tax and GST. Those same can also be reduced. So it helps in proper reporting. It's less of time consuming. So what is the specialty about the particular thing that I'm going to show you is, when I integrate this, I've integrated it with email. I've also integrated it with WhatsApp. So the best part is it breaks barriers, it automates all your tasks, it tracks your progress, you can achieve your goals, upload the documents, organize the files, integrate with APIs and save your cost. Needless to say much, I think I'll directly take you to the part of what I've created, how you can use it. So here comes the fact that this is the dashboard. This dashboard shows, I think I've shared this over the Zoom call. Okay, I should share this over a Zoom call in the meeting.
Your screen is visible.
My screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Just a second. Chat box, I need to share something that I have created. Okay. So this is the tool that I've created. Hereby I share my screen again.
Your dashboard is visible.
Yeah. I think I need to go
Your
back
dashboard
to
is visible.
my dashboard is visible. Okay, if you see my dashboard, it has
Yes.
multiple. If you see my dashboard, it has multiple things. It has all my partners who all work in what all industry. It's visible. Just a second. I am not able to see my dashboard. Okay, now my dashboard is visible to me. I think I lost some time, but I'll get back to the same. Yeah, so there are a few people who are working with me. So I'm in fintech, Rohit Sharma, and other people are into fintech. If you see my dashboard, it has data like who works in the audit part, who works in the income tax part, who works in the MCS part. Same I've shared in the link also. Now, suppose, for instance, this guy wants to work in the terms of audit. I'll directly shift it here. And immediately it changes to the part that, okay, the team is working in the audit team. If you see the layout, you can also see the location. If you see the location, then I'm based out of Mumbai here. I can change the part that I'm sitting in Raipur currently, and then I'm working. So if I change it here, and if you see my particular product, if you see the particular creation that I've done in CA Partners, so you can see the change there itself in the layout. You will see that now I'm based in Raipur. If you see the different entities that I'm working with, I'm trying to manage my office this way. So these are the different entities and the websites and the logo and different descriptions of the companies that I'm working with. These are the tasks that are given to my different articles or are done by me. So I can see the task overview also of what is done and who is the selected partner who is doing the same. At the same time, I can show the changes that are made there. If I need to see a particular document, I can see it here. At the same time, if there are some new clients that I'm trying to onboard, I can see. If I've updated a particular phone number, I can update a particular phone number, I can mail them. I can see the checklist of the work that is done. And I can also see the locations and I can update the locations. Hereby, I show how I updated the data. So this is the data. These are all the partners. This is the location part. This is the articles. These are the articles that I have. How many years of articleship? What all files I've shared with them? What are the tasks allocated to a particular person? Who is the assigned person who's allocated a particular task? What is the status? Who is on site and who is off site? Now, if I'm outside my office, I need to know who is where. What are the details of my client? Where is the registered office? Is their ITRs filed? If they are not filed, what is the particular due date? I can see my timelines. I can see what are my new clients that I have updated here. I can also find the answer sheets. What were my questions? Who took the answers or what are the final answers from the client side? What are my audit tasks? Are they really completed or not? What are the comments that I'm getting? What are my checklists that I've provided? And suppose, for instance, I'm working with a pharmaceutical industry and I need to give an SOP to my article and I'm sitting here. So I can directly tell them to access this particular file and they can go through this particular file and check what all things can be done. Now, every office or different office have different kind of work. We did a concurrent audit and thereby we had problems like discrepancy and there was a cache verification. So who did it? What were the notes to it and how is that to be incorporated? I'll show you a particular workflow that I've created here. From my new client, if I run my particular workflow, so you will see it will say pick an app to open. So this is integrated with my phone also. If I run this, I'll integrate it with my phone. Once I integrate with my phone, I open my Bluetooth, I can automatically send messages or even send mails to the client regarding the reminders. So here is, I can choose the device and I can go ahead. Similarly, I've designed it for my articles also. If I run my workflow, automatically I have a particular article that I'll show you in my list and I can automate this thing with my article, automate my messages to my article that, okay, I have to message Roshan and Roshan can be messaged that way. So from my data point, from my layout point and from my workflow point, what all things I'm going to do, what all things I tried to show you, we are trying to break the barriers of our location. We have automated all our data. There is a progress track, what your work is and how it is done. At the same time, you can see how close you are in terms of achieving your goals. You can automatically send emails and WhatsApp messages also. You can organize the files also. I'll show you a particular data. When I'm sitting here, there was a particular client who gave me a data that I have few cases that are currently going on. So in order to look at the same, I'll just upload that particular sheet of data that is presented to me pending court cases. And I'll just show you in a minute, in a second, that how it is uploaded, because I think I'm very short of my time because I took time in showing my screen. So this particular integration will show all the parties wherein the court cases are pending. So I just uploaded the file wherein it shows all the pending things that are there. What all are my pending case laws? So me sitting anywhere, I can upload my file, I can check my things.
The last 2 minutes, please.
So I would hereby conclude in terms of saying that where I can not only check my court cases, I can create SOPs, I can set help instructions, I can also track the progress. I have few FAQs, any of my client onboarding, I can show them FAQs and I can check everything, keeping everything in my pocket. Using this, since I've always been a fintech person and I've found it easy kind of thing to allocate to things. What all are the background things that I used here? So like we use ChatGPT. Here I've used Glide AI, wherein yesterday I was just checking around in WhatsApp that I had a summary of all my friends going to AI Summit. So taking it to out of the box from CA Pro that I did. So the agenda is everybody of us are going. So if I show you the layout, these are the participants that are going. And it was initiated that way. And then at last moment, a guy really cancelled up. So his name was verified there that, okay, Anirudh backed out. And our agenda and what will that be? So we'll meet at a registration meeting, greeting dinner and whatnot. That things can be integrated here. So it's not only your office tool that can be integrated. There are multiple tools that can be integrated. It can be customized as per your own use. One of the query can be asked that why should I use this? Because this is a free tool. You can create it, you can customize it. It can be used for variety of purposes. A few years back, I was in US, so I had this all my transactions there. So I've integrated that also. These are my income statements.
Time's up.
These are categories. Thank you so much. And hereby I rest my case. I'm open to any kind of question and answers.
Yeah. Thank you, Riddhi ji. I have primarily one question. The tool that you have shown, we have to check if it violates any of our terms because
Yeah.
I believe it's a CRM tool and it is capable of creating any kind of CRM that can be of a purpose-based CRM as you have rightly shown. So you may create a Office Task Manager tool, or maybe you can create some income or expenditure tracker tool as you mentioned. But this is a platform, I believe, and you would have used AI
tool
agent.
creating platform.
Sorry?
Sorry to interrupt. This is the AI tool creating platform. So it's not just a app creation platform, it's the AI tool creating platform that way.
Okay, yeah, but this is a platform where the CRM tools can be created, you mean to say, and the AI is integrated in it, or you have
Yeah.
used any AI outside to build this whole?
Definitely to pull up the files, to extract things, there are different AIs like
Understood.
POV, Gemini,
Yeah,
Cloud that
understood. Got it. But this platform as such is not indigenously developed. It is
No,
available in the.
I could have developed it indigenously in VBA coder and other coders that I used for my
Got it,
normal
got it.
training, but
Yeah,
I
no,
found
no.
it easy.
Yes, yes. No, but this is an existing platform, you mean to say?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Like
done,
we use ChatGPT or Cloudy or Gemini, similar kind
done,
of that.
done, done, done. Got it, got it. Okay, thank you very much. And
Thank you, sir.
now we shall move on to participant number 7, CA Javad ji. CA Javad ji is with his use case ITC validation and section 16(2)(c) checks. Over to you, Javed ji.
Thank you, Sinar sir. Hello, everyone. I'm CA Javed Mohammed. First of all, is my screen shared and visible to all? Sinar sir, is my screen visible to all?
Yes, your presentation is visible, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And you are audible too.
So
Please proceed.
okay, my use case is automation of GST compliance with the help of Selenium, Excel, and VBA. A lot of use cases we have seen with respect to Excel and VBA, but I have added one more topic on it. It is Selenium. And what this use case is all about, this use case is in compliance with the section 16, subsection 2 and clause C of the CGST Act, which allows us only to take ITC when the GSTR 3B of a particular supply has been filed. So quickly we'll jump over to this problem statement, then we'll go how to create this kind of tool. So the problem statement here is section 16(2)(c) allows us to take the input only on the basis of GSTR 3B filed by the supplier. And since we are availing the ITC on the basis of GSTR 2B, not on the basis of GSTR 2A. So everyone of us must have seen that there is a column in GSTR 2 where it shows that GSTR 3B of that particular month has been filed or not. It is yes or no. But in GSTR 2B, we do not have any such column. And furthermore, to keep a track of our suppliers, like if the GST and status of a particular client, which has already filed GST 3B return earlier, but right now his GST and status is cancelled, suspended, or cancelled from since beginning in case of fake billing. And filing frequency, there is a mismatch of GSTR 3B return filing frequency because some suppliers might be filing quarterly returns and some might be filing monthly returns. So there is also a kind of confusion whether we should call that a particular supplier or not. All we need to pull in all this detail in one Excel sheet. Since we are most of our data is in Excel, so I have created this entire tool on the Excel itself, and with the help of Selenium, Selenium VBA, and vibe coding. What is vibe coding? I'll tell you later in this presentation itself. So this use case is entirely to pull the data for the GST compliance, and we can be ready for checking the financial health of our supplier, so that we can transact with this supplier in future or not. So what are the key features of this particular tool? The key feature, it checks the GSTR 3B status. It will pull all the details from the GSTN website in Excel itself. I'll show you the details. And what extra it does, it checks the real-time GSTN status. Since the GSTR 2B is a static form, once it is generated, it does not change anything in this. So it also allows us to pull in the filing frequency of the particular supplier. Then if there are a lot of other forms where trade name of the suppliers are not mentioned, only legal names are mentioned. So this tool can be used to pull in the GST and trade name also. So in all these, we can check the financial health of our supplier, and it is a kind of preventive risk assessment tool. Before demonstrating the tool, what are the prerequisites and what is the vibe coding? So the prerequisite is, as I earlier mentioned, Selenium Basic. I have used Selenium Basic 2.0.9.0. What is Selenium? Basically, it is a bridge between the Excel and Google Chrome. It communicates between the Excel and Google Chrome. If we are pulling the data or uploading the data to or from GST and website, then we need a bridge. So Selenium is that bridge. And it is an open source Apache 2.0 software, so it can be easily installed without any copyright infringement. And the next thing that we need is Chrome browser. Everyone uses Chrome, so we need a massive Chrome driver for that particular browser. Since for example, our Chrome browser is 136 version, and so we need to download Chrome driver 136 from the Chrome lab. The next thing we need Excel VBA. Everyone has Excel, and if you press Alt F11, then VBA module will open, and we'll need to just configure under tools that this particular module is a Selenium type library module. And the last thing, all we need to do is just go to a particular website or a web page which we want to automate. We need to right click and save this page as a source and that as an HTML, and we can simply put it into any large language model for coding. The last thing is vibe coding. What is vibe coding? We are chartered accountant. We do not know the programming languages and the coding structures and all. So vibe coding is basically nothing but the idea coding. We will give ideas to the LLMs, like what we want and what are the parameters, what should be the conditions, and the ChatGPT or other LLMs will give us the coding. So this entire system is called vibe coding in AI. I've used AI for the vibe coding. So without further ado, first look at the demonstration. And this is the front end of my tool. This is the front end of my tool. It looks like this. Here I have unique GST and trade name, year, month, date of filing, filing status, filing frequency, and GST status. Lot of filing softwares are there. They offer something out of it. They might be giving us the detail about last filing detail, date of filing, but they are not simultaneously. They are not giving at one place the GST and status also, the filing frequency also. So I have designed it in a way that all the filing frequency and all the details for that financial health data checkup of a supplier can be taken together. So this is the front end. Now all we need to do is just this is input sheet, and I need to copy the data from GSTR2B. This is GSTR2B I've recently downloaded, and I have marked some dummy data in this GSTR2B also, so that we can analyze the data. I will paste this entire data over here, and since you can see there are multiple invoices on one GSTN, so here I have given the formula, unique formula. It will check data only on the basis of the GSTN, not on the invoice level data. Since same GSTN need not to be checked again and again. Now I'll give you the demonstration. All I need to click is on load filing details. Once I click on load filing details, I'm on hands-free mode. It has already automatically gone to GSTN website. All I need to do is just punch in the CAPTCHA, and I've already given it to my user ID and password also that I have hidden a seat. So it has gone to the GSTN website. It is navigating to the search panel also. Now it is pulling each and every GSTN from Excel and pulling the data from here, and it will go again to the Excel and put all the data, whatever has been pulled from this particular GSTN page. It will put all the data in Excel. So this is an automation tool. It is a complete automation tool, and I created this tool with the help of AI. I'm also a chartered accountant. I do not know how to code, so I've taken help of ChatGPT. It is not necessary that we should all use ChatGPT. The Claude is there, and even Grok is there. A lot of large language model tools are there. So you can see how easily it is just pulling all the data, and this tool can be used for uploading the data to GSTN also. I created another tool, but since there is a time restriction, I cannot demonstrate all the tools. But this is just an idea that with the help of Selenium VBA Excel, we can automate our process. I have created one tool where I have pulled all the details of a particular UDIN for a particular financial year. Since we need to give it to the income tax portal, once we are done with our tax audit filing, then we need to submit all the UDIN data. So I have pulled all the data from UDIN website with the help of Selenium and Excel VBA. This is very easy. So you can see it is simultaneously putting all the data in this Excel, and I'll show you the last part of this particular. Since I have demonstrated the use case, then I have demonstrated how to create it. Then I'm showing you the live example how it pulls the data. The last thing I'll show you what to do with this data. Since my use case is just to check whether I need to take the input or not, or if I need to take the input, and I should be cautious about particular supplier, whether he has filed the return of a particular month, in which month I have received supplies from him, but now onward he has cancelled his registration, so I should be cautious about that. So this is the entire use case. This is a financial health checkup of a particular supplier, and it is on the basis of data that has been fed from GSTR.
The last 2 minutes.
Okay, sir, I'll conclude. So once it is done, I'll show you how to analyze that data, and that will be my time for that. And it takes only, I guess, 2 to 3 minutes to pull the data of entire GSTR to be of one particular client. So if we keep it into a practice, since if anyone has 100 or 200 GST filing, so it will take around 2 hours or 3 hours before filing GSTR 3B, that whether we should avail the ITC or not. So the entire data has been pulled in from the GSTN website seamlessly. And now I'll show you, I've created a formula in a GSTR 2B. You can see GSTR 3B check. So it has pulled all the data from GSTN website, and I have created the formula. This formula has also been created with the help of AI, because it is a very long formula. And all I need to sort is just sort with the color. These are the invoices from the entire dump of the invoices that are red flagged. This RF stands for red flag. So the first red flag is red flag. GSTR 3B filed, but the GSTN number is cancelled, so I should be cautious. And the second, GSTR 3B is not filed, and furthermore, the GSTN status is cancelled. And the last thing, GSTR monthly return has not been filed. So we can see how easily we can pull in all the data, and it is just a matter of 2 or 3 minutes once it is developed. And we can develop multiple tools like this for the GST and all. So that was all for my use case. That was my time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Javed ji. Now, as we all say, RPA is not AI, but you have shown to the audience that using AI and RPA can be developed.
Yes,
now, I have got a couple of questions to you. This Excel sheet that you have shown and the RPA that is executing, is it solely a VBA code, or is there any integration outside?
It is a purely VBA code. I can show you the code entirely. I'll press Alt F8, and if I jump into the code, you can see in the VBA module, the entire code is there.
Great, sir. And Selenium, you have used for...
Yes, sir. Go ahead,
Yeah,
sir,
so you have used Selenium to come over the issue of GSP, because you can share this particular thing with the audience, so
or
they
you
will
can
be...
say API also. API also. If you can
Yes.
alternatively use API, but Selenium is a very
since
old and very basic tool.
presently the GST website is giving API access to anyone, or it is only restricted to registered GSPs?
So that I don't know, because I have used Selenium for my office use. So I
Okay.
have not inquired about whether it is giving to everyone or not, but APIs are there for our Computex or ClearText or other softwares. I would not mention any name, but all the softwares are using APIs. Earlier, they were using, sir, this kind of automation tool when we used to see that Chrome was open and it was written Chrome is being controlled by automated software. It was written over there. Now they have gone to cloud.
Yes, yes. No, that is the reason I asked, because GST website does not give API to other than GSPs. So maybe your use of Selenium might have overcome it. Anyway, that's a very nice use case and can be a very handy tool for chartered accountants who are into compliance service in GST. The
And the same
especially
type of tools
the
can be
validating.
created, sir. Same type
Sorry.
of tools can be same type of tools can be created for every office problem for automation. Maybe
Yes,
it
yes,
is
indeed.
not only restricted to GST.
Yes, yes, indeed, indeed. So that's a good use case, especially those who are having difficulty in processing large amount of data when it comes to validating the GST numbers or validating the PAN numbers and validating the return file status as you have rightfully shown. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
sir.
Now we shall
Thank
move on to participant number 8, CA Kripalji. And Kripalji is here with leveraging a database on real-time basis for a client conversation. Let us see what is in store. Over to you, sir.
Hello. Hi, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
And my screen is visible?
Uh, your presentation screen is yet to be visible. Yes,
Now?
now you are.
All right. So, thank you, Karthikeya sir, for this offer. And thank you, the entire AI in ICAI team and chairman and vice chairman for this opportunity. So, I am CA Krupal Shah. I am here with my use case, which is how AI can create and leverage a database of real-time client conversations, mainly virtual client conversations. So we shall focus on two things. One is whatever conversations you are having with your client virtually, how you can create the database of all the meeting interactions. And the second one, how you can leverage at a later stage, how you can retrieve the details at a later stage. But why it is the requirement, right? What are the problems as of now? Why we need it? So everyone of us might be facing the difficulties in maintaining the physical notes, and whenever the physical notes are maintained, whenever we are going in the next meetings, we are missing, or we are not knowing that where those notes are kept. That is one. Second, retrieving the key informations from the conversations. It is often happen to us that we tend to forget what has been discussed during which meeting, and at the later stage, unless it is well documented over the email, this all the problems are happening. Deciding on the action points, that who is required to do what a CA is required to do out of that client meeting, and what client is required to do. And the last thing is understanding the key metrics and related sentiment. So in the introductory call, say for example, if a potential client is having a meeting with you, you do not know how the sentiments were worked, right? And how the client was interested in your services and all that stuff, right? So there are so many details that can be focused, and we can use them. Okay, now what if all your meeting conversations are automatically captured? They are stored at a particular place, and you can access them whenever you need, on your fingertips, right? Just like your personal assistant is accompanying you in each and every client meeting, and she is taking the notes, and whenever you want some questions or client details, you are just asking your personal assistant, and she is giving you the reply 24/7, 365 days, right? So let me show you the use case first, and then I'll show how I have created that one, right? All right. So this is a notion that one of the tools that I'm going to present, and I'll show you how I got this dump, the meeting dump over here, right? So I have got this meeting dump over here for Ms. Neha Iyer for this demonstration. Now we are least concerned about, or with the format of this thing. We just want the meeting dump, right? Now say for example, once this is done, now Neha has this option to use AI feature of this notion, and to ask whatever questions that she may want to know, right? So if out of this entire meeting, if she wants to know that how many are the action points that, uh, you know, uh, 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 that that Neha has to take, right? So list action points from this meeting summaries, right? So at a later stage, after all these meetings have been done, right? So Neha can just come here and just ask, just like the chat GPT. So here they will throw out of this meeting that what Neha will be able to, or what Neha is required to do out of this meeting with Pooja Sinha. If you just click on this, it will be, point to you on that particular location, right? And everything will be coming over here. Now, it also happens that we know the topic, we remember the topic, right? But it is not sure that with which client we have discussed that, right? So let me just ask again, whom I have discussed about advanced tax, right? So I know I have discussed this advanced tax related topic, but I'm not remembering with whom I have discussed, right? So based on the meeting, Neha has discussed the advanced tax with Mr. Deepak Shetty. He consulted with you about streamlining and all that stuff. And I'll just click here and I'll be, reaching out that dump, and I can have the full dump, or I can just, keep on asking about these questions. All right. So I hope the use case is very clear, right? This is your personal chat GPT, but for your client interactions, each and every client interactions that they are done on the virtual basis. Now, how we are going to do this? Now, I'll jump on, to showcase how I have created and using what tools. So I have used 3 tools to create these use cases, and all 3 tools are AI powered, right? So first one, we have to take some, we have to just capture the meeting interactions, right, which is going on. So for that, I have used mymeet.io, through which all the meeting interactions will be captured and stored in that platform. Now, the second one, I want all the details in the notion.so, right? The way I have just presented. But, it is a manual intervention to, to get all the details every time from MyMate to, put to Notion. So in between that, I want one tool, which is automated tool, which will create this entire scenario that will, capture the details from mymeet.io as and when the meeting gets completed. And it will automatically send those details to the notion.so, right? So I'll use and I'll showcase how this tool are used, and I'll run that scenario so that you have that entire scenario very clear. So let's jump on first tool, which is mymeet.io. So this is that tool. Now what happens is, every meeting that you are doing, you are just required to do that meeting from this platform. Once that meeting is over, right, you will be able to see each and every details of your client interactions over on this page. And on that side, if you see this button, this will give you the AI meeting summary out of that particular meeting. So if you want a particular details for a particular client, you can always go and check the particular details which is generated from here. No recording is required, nothing doing. This is just, it is automatically generated. Now, but what we want is, we want the database, right? The meeting database. What I can do is, I can send these details to Notion with the help of this automation tool, which is make.com. Now, what happens is, I want the details from mymeet.io, and I'll send those details to Notion. So what I'll do is, I'll go in integrations. I'll use this APIs and webhooks available under the platform of mymeet.io. Now, APIs are used to send all the details, right? All the past details to at a particular place. And webhooks are used to send one by one meeting. So understand this way, APIs is for the retrospective effect, and webhook is for the prospective effect, right? For this demonstration, I have used these APIs. So what I have done is, I have used these APIs, and I have just entered this HTTP module and entered these details on the APIs, and all the documentation are listed over on this section, right? You are just required to just follow those things. I have used iterator, so that iterator will gather all the details and send one by one as and when required, and as per the module that we have selected. Now in Notion, what I have done is, I have selected this meeting history page, which is this page, right? I have created this page, and I have selected this page that I want all the details in this particular page. Now, what happens is, I'll just give the title in which format I want, the paragraph, heading or all that stuff, the text mention equation, and the content, what content I want to capture. It has all the content from mymit.io, but I want only these details, right? All right. Now, currently this page is blank. Right now, what I'll do is I'll just run this scenario, run once, and as you see, this module is getting the details and it is sending to Notion, which is 1 2 3, and all the details are coming over here automatically. All right, so all the details
The
are
last
coming
2
over
minutes.
here. Yeah. So all the details are coming over here automatically. So if you see 18 details are fetched from mymit.io, and they are over here, and all the details are mentioned over here with all the details, and you can ask this AI for your question answer for these interactions. So this is one time setup which is required, and after that you are just required to play ChatGPT, that everyone of us are doing, right? So it is very handy for everyone to retrieve the informations. So this is the use case. Now, just to summarize, the steps that we have followed is we have used 3 platforms. All tools can be used independently. They all are AI powered. First one is mymit.io. It is a meeting platform used for AI meeting summaries and leveraged APIs or webhook to transfer the data automatically from this platform to another platform. For transferring automations or automatically, we have used make.com. It is used to automate the manual process of transferring the data from mymit to Notion. And the third thing is Notion, which is AI powered document management platform. This can also be used the other way as well, but for this we have used to store the meeting conversations, and we have used inbuilt AI to retrieve the conversations as per the need. So thank you everyone. This was my use case, and I am up for the questions if any. Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yep, Karthik.
Yes. Thank you, Kripalji, for the use case. Now I have a couple of questions here. The use of Make and one more, those are platforms, and Notion is an app.
Yeah, so this all 3 are the web app.
Yeah, no, I understand, but those are the platforms as such, the webhooks
Yes.
or make.com, and one more platform you have shown. Those are platforms from where you can do, mymeet.io and make.com are the 2 platforms, are, we can say Gen AI platforms where you can do a specific set of tasks. It's not restricted to a particular use case. Whereas Notion is an app which, we refrain from mentioning or showcasing any particular app as such. Uh, but anyway, the use case has been relevant because the chartered accountants who are into industry, as well as those who are in the field of providing management consultancy services, they would be needing a tracker for tracking all the meeting and the work that is being delegated. And it can be very helpful for team work when it is handled by a particular team. So thank you
And
for the use
legal
case.
consultant as well. Legal consultant is
Yes.
also very important for retrieving the fact of the cases from the first discussion.
Yes. And since we have come to the end of the this episode, we have one more participant to go. Participant number 9, CA Jayant sir. His use case is to reply to income tax and GST notice. Over to you, sir.
So are you able to see my PPT now, sir?
Yes, you're audible and your screen is visible, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Very good evening to Mr. Daya sir in absentia and Karthik sir. Thanks for this opportunity and presenting a use case pertaining to notices under GST and income tax. Let me give a brief background about me. This is Jayant Upluri. I'm Vice Chairman of Vijayawada branch and as a practicing chartered accountant in Vijayawada. So now I'm going to present how ChatGPT is used in replying to the notices. Okay, so this has been designed in such a way where a small and medium town chartered accountant doing practice
can go through this 10 minutes webinar from me and use this in his day-to-day practice. So what I want to do at this point of time is just how the AI is useful, how the ChatGPT useful. So these are the few points which was means drafted, AI-powered drafting. We can use ChatGPT for drafting. We also can use ChatGPT for enabling faster and error-free replies with consistent formatting. So these are the things which we can do by using ChatGPT. So now I want to just do the how the demo flow will be. So in step one, what we will do is we will be uploading the notices pertaining to GST or IT in PDF and whatever the text format. So ChatGPT will do analysis and throws the content to us. So here comes the actual crux of the thing, which what we need to do. So uploading straight away PDF or whatever it may be JPG format to the AI tool and expecting reply from it is very, very wrong to my perspective. What we need to do is we need to give a correct prompt, or what we need to do is we need to give a correct content. We need to give a correct data to get the exact reply, which we can directly take the print and file it to the department, or take the print or take the PDF and directly upload it to the respective notice. So this is how what we input is we input the GST notice or IT notice. We will do it will do the analysis. We will give the absorbed prompts and we'll get the draft reply. Then we will convert into the final reply. So this is the overall picture how we deal with the notices. Now I'll directly jump into the use case so that it will be helpful for one and all. So I'll be using ChatGPT for this. So before this, I just want to show you the notice because of the client specific information. I'm not going to open the notice over here. This is the income tax order. This order is pertaining to one appeal. So why I take this case from my most of the cases is this is the case which has seen pre-ChatGPT era and post-ChatGPT era, because this is the actual assessment which we have done where the judgment is against us, against the client. Then we went for appeal. So in appeal again we are going submitting data and submitting the facts to the respective appellant authority. So that is why the reason why we have took this case, because this is the case which I have seen both the eras, pre-GST, pre-ChatGPT and post-ChatGPT. So now what I'm doing is I'm not opening this PDF. I've taken the gist of this case over here. So let me briefly explain the case over here. So this is the case of a bullion dealer where he sells the bullion every day. He take the cash deposit, he collects the cash from his respective customers and deposit that cash in the bank account. In the next day again, he will purchase bullion from the respective B2B dealer. So again, he will sell it to the customers in cash. So this is his business. So let me explain the brief facts. He's an individual and we have already filed and declared income is 2,46,000. We have filed ITR and so the cash deposit, the crux of the thing is there is a cash deposit in this case where it is around 52 crores in respect to 3 bank accounts and the declared turnover is 49 crores and the profit is just 2.46 lakhs. So the reason why is we all know that bullion trading is with a very, very low margin, 0.1 margin. So that's what we're going to explain. So why this has been picked up as a scrutiny is while converting the JOS on file from the last year to the current year where the new notice has been triggered, there is a mismatch of the nature of business where it has been marked, should have been marked as bullion, but it is not as other products. So that is the reason it has been picked for scrutiny. We also mentioned that. So this is the turnover and this is the estimated profit. These are all the facts of the case. So now what I am telling is, I am just copy pasting these facts of the case into the ChatGPT in the form of prompt. So now we see what it will do. So what I'm telling is, now this is the exact prompt. This is the facts which I'm pasting. And I'm also telling that now I am providing the facts which were extracted from the assessment order. Kindly key facts first and wait for my inputs for the exact reply. So this is what I'm giving it to the ChatGPT. because I'm saying that I'm just giving the facts now, just giving the content in the notice. So please wait for the inputs which I am giving. So just I'm giving enter. Yeah. So it has taken all my things in the content in the notice. Now it is asking, okay, queries or issues raised and appropriate reply. Okay. Now what I'll do is, this is the prompts which have been drafted. Prompts is nothing but the general text. What are the issues? What are the things? What are the exact things which we have done? And in this case, we know it's purchased from the authorized dealer. What we have done is, we have given purchases TDS to all the things, because purchases are recorded, sales are recorded. So all the purchases are authorized purchases. So once I give the facts, it is clearly saying, see, so this is the nature of business. One minute. Yeah. So this is the nature. Why has been this is the clerical error. That is the reason why it has been picked for scrutiny. So cash deposits are there. What are the nature of sales? Now I have told you, like, these are the things which have been given in the prompt. See, I have given name, PAN number, purchase as per profit and loss account, and TDS. So these are the suppliers where I have made TDS. I have given the prompt in such a way. See how ChatGPT has been made. It is in a beautiful table. So as directly this purchases matches my purchases, which is there in the audited profit and loss account. And I already told and explained in the prompt that all the sales are my cash sales, which have been deposited in the bank. So my sales matches with my bank statements because bank turnover is already recorded. So I also told that the very, very low margin will be there for bullion. So how beautifully it has been drafted. See, the bullion industry typically operates with a very thin margin. The gold and bullion rates are widely published and known to customers. Accordingly, the net profit declared is 2 point, which is very 0.09 on the turnover of 49.2 crores and prevailing business practices. And so that's how it has given. And it also made a prayer to drop the proceedings. So I also gave in the prompts that what are the attachments which I am going to attach, how beautifully it has dragged. It has been saying that, like, copy of ITR3 and acknowledgement is there, tax audit report is there, sales ledger, purchase ledger, TDS ledger. Now I came into the idea that now I want to give
sir, last
the,
2 minutes.
yeah, now I want to give the sales and the appropriate. So what this is the prompt which I want to give it directly to you. Thanks for the detailed reply. I also require to include the below month-wise purchase and sale, including gross profit margin, to strengthen my argument for low margins for the trading of bullion. See, now I'm requesting it and giving it to a prompt to it. Now it is redrafting my reply. So it is saying cash deposits. This table is already been seen. See. So I've just given the month-wise purchase, sales, and gross profit. It has beautifully made a table for me and clearly explained the gross profit margin is less than 0.1%. So again, it gave the conclusion. This is the, again, already it gave all the things in attachments which I am going to. So it's asking me to whether to import in PDF or not. In the same sense, coming to GST, so we have gone for appeal in GST, where again we received a notice to pay the income, interest on it. So we have come with uh, prompt saying that this is the facts. As the time is very less, I am directly pasting it over in the chat GPT. So now we are sticking to the appeal which we have made. So with the new circular where interest being waived, we are sticking to the circular and not paying anything pertaining to this notice. We are saying that, and automatically the entire reply is being drafted by chat GPT.
And sir, time is up.
Yeah. So this is a way we can use as a small and medium practitioner can use and leverage ChatGPT. So it assists us like a article student rather than a semi-qualified. So it saves lot of time. So thank you one and all for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Jain sir. The audience have asked a question repeatedly as to how safe it is to upload any notice or any material as such to the ChatGPT or any other Gen AI tools. So the
So
audience
I just
have asked about the privacy concern. If you can show some, if you can throw some light on that, sir.
Yeah, so what I have done is this, sir. I have taken the entire crux of the data,
Hmm.
that means the points in the notice. I have changed the PAN number, like ABCD 1234J, and also the names and other details. These are the crux of the things which will be existing in any notice. That may be income tax or that may be GST. To my understanding and to my practice regularly, what I usually do is I remove the PAN card and the names and the addresses and a few bank account numbers. So these are the more sensitive information which we can be probed. Apart from this, give some dummy data into this text, throw it. Then it will to the 90% we can avoid this type of problems by keeping changing these numbers. Apart from this, the slides which you have seen, those two slides are made by AI PPT only. So I've done took only 2 minutes. I've just given a prompt that I need to present one and give this on notices for pertaining to GST and income tax. It has given. In the same sense, the gist which have been extracted from the notice are also driven by ChatGPT only. I've just uploaded the notice. It have given the facts because I didn't spend much time in preparing the facts as well. Facts also has been done by ChatGPT. So thank you, sir. Thank you one and all for giving me this
Got
opportunity.
it, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So with this, we come to end of this presentation by panelists in episode 7, season 3 of Hackathon, AI Hackathon by ICAI. Now to conclude, I have, based on the audience question that were coming and based on what I have been able to answer a few of them, if not all. So mainly the questions were oriented towards how safe are these Gen AI tools when it comes to the issue of privacy, because chartered accountants are dealing with clients' data and confidentiality and ethics are the key governance items that we should not be ignoring at all. So one thing I would like to clarify here is the use cases the members have presented. Anywhere, whatever data they have shown are all dummy data, test data. And if at all a member is using any Gen AI tool in his or her office, they can always sanitize the data, as rightly told by the last participant. If you anonymize the data, then what we are seeking from the Gen AI is a solution. Now, for example, if there is a notice, if you're able to remove the officer's name and the client name, then the body of the notice is what is important. If it is a GST notice, then there will be 2 or 3 issues. If it is an income tax issues notice, then also there will be a couple of issues, which we would like to seek an answer from the AI agent, AI tool with regard to drafting of a reply, drafting of appeal, or maybe processing of data. Now, when it few questions from the audience are as to where these tools can be available or can they be made available. So I would like to answer that this hackathon is meant for the members to come forward and show a proof of concept. So the members are aiming here to come and show that by using AI tools that are available in the market, I am referring to the platforms, not 1 or 2 specific apps as such. So the platform, when I mean the platforms are ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, etc. So this kind of platform where one can go and these are rightly called as generative AI, where one can go and with the help of simple question and answer chat, with the help of prompt and chat, one person can achieve the output, the desired code or the desired process or the automation, the RPA that we saw that is to be executed and so forth. So we are not at all endorsing any particular platform or any particular tool because the world of AI is moving very rapidly. And as an Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, we do not want to endorse any tool as such. We are very clear on that policy term as well. And with regard to the use case, the I believe the committee will be uploading this particular episode in the YouTube channel. Members can revisit and probably have an understanding from the video, and then probably they can try to uh, find the use case as suitable to their professional and personal needs. And when it comes to showcase of platforms, we encourage members to showcase only the platforms and not the tools. So whenever members have tried to showcase a particular tool, we have received feedback from the audience that has been considered. And yes, so we encourage also. There was few one or two questions from members saying when is the next episode of hackathon, and how do one can enroll in hackathon. So I have replied stating you're requested to please follow the website of AI in ICAI for more updates with regard to the upcoming seasons and upcoming episodes. So you can be a part of panelist in the upcoming episodes based on the due procedure in which you can enroll. And with this, you can start your journey in artificial intelligence, its usage in your day-to-day life and profession as well. So with this, I, Kartikeya Shonai, sign off today's episode 7 of season 3 AI Hackathon. Thank you very much, one and all. And I sincerely thank the AI committee for giving me this opportunity of being moderator today. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Karthikeyan sir. And it was a pleasure having you. And as we conclude today's episode 7 of the ICAI AI Hackathon Season 3, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and gratitude to all the participants and the jury members and our esteemed audience who made today's session a remarkable success. This episode once showed the immense potential of AI in transforming the accounting profession, and the innovative ideas and use cases demonstration we witnessed are a testament to how technology, when used ethically and purposefully, can empower CAs and enhance the quality, speed, and scope of our work. A special thanks to our leadership, CA Charanjot Singh Nanda, President, CA Prasanna Kumar D, Vice President, CA Umesh Sharma, Chairman Sir, and CA Dayanivas Sharma, Vice Chairman Sir. To the audience, don't forget that today's was episode 7, and we will be back with the episode 8 and the final preliminary episode of this season 3, which is happening on next Friday from 3:30 p.m. And then we will be having the two semi-finals, semi-final 1 and 2 on 6th June and 13th June. Also, don't forget that the voting lines for this episode are still open. They're open for the next 3 to 4 minutes. So people who have not voted, please vote. 1 is the lowest marks, 5 is the highest marks, and you have to vote for all the contestants. Then only your vote will be recorded. And one more thing, as our chairman sir said, please don't forget to register for the ICAI AI Innovation Summit to be held in Pune this year on the 18th and 19th of July, wherein the grand finale of this season 3 hackathon will also be held. So I thank you all for joining us today. The voting lines are still open for the next 3 minutes, I guess. So those who have not voted, may please vote. And then we'll end the webinar. Please vote for all the contestants, all the 8 contestants, though I know one contestant has not joined today. So you may give the lowest marks to her because she has not joined. Without voting for that contestant, CA Bhavna, your vote will not be recorded. So you have to vote for all the 9. CA Bhavna had to exit the episode because of some medical emergency at the last moment. 1 is the lowest, 5 is the highest. Last 1 minute remaining for the voting to end.
Vishnu sir, there is a question for me. So can I answer it to you now in the chat box?
Yeah, you may answer, sir.
So the person has asked that how to integrate the offline LLM with live data. So as I already demonstrated in my network chart, that we can go beyond the boundaries after data reduction. So it can be automated with the help of the RPA tools and the AI tools. So AI can interact with another AI as well. So it can be possible, sir.
Thank you so much. So now we end the poll for this episode 7. And support, you may end the webinar. Support.